This is the final question. What
Woo!
is something that you thought was scary, but you were able to overcome or get through?
So I would definitely say that I said this earlier, but my Cartoon Network pitch for some reason is the one that I always dreaded over whenever hearing about it. But now that like, now that that's kind of behind me and I'm kind of in a new phase in my life, something that I thought I was afraid of that I didn't think I would get over, was that the question?
Oh, yeah, something you thought was scary, but you were able to overcome
Oh,
or at least
okay.
get through.
It's kind of for me what I said earlier about, oh, I used to be afraid of not going up to people and asking them questions when other students would go up to. That was like my second biggest fear. And I think that's something that I've definitely been better at now. I think I still can work on it sometimes because I feel like I could be reaching out to people more, but I probably don't do it enough. But also, we're in COVID times, so it's just like, how many people can you really meet? But also, with the internet now, everything is easier. But so during my time at Netflix, we had a lot of things called like mix and mingle or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of like you just have a lunch where you kind of have a random table with people who have the same number as you and you just kind of talk
Oh,
to
I've had to
people.
do one of those.
Yeah, they're very like
Uh,
they evoke a lot of anxiety, but I knew I had to do it, so I made sure I attended almost every mix and mingle at work because I knew that this would tackle a problem area in my life where I was afraid to reach out to people and just talk to them and ask them about their careers without seeming like I was just wanting to just, take advantage of them and just move up or whatever. So those really gave me a lot of opportunity to just know people beyond just being an artist. Like we could just talk about stuff like food, good places to eat in LA, or things that we like to do in our free time and stuff like that. So I think like that also just helped me in reaching out to people afterwards myself, because prior to that I kind of relied on these social events to just meet up with people, but then afterwards I was just like, I can just meet up with these people myself. What am I doing? So I ended up emailing some of the show creators I really looked up to, and I scheduled some one-on-ones with them, and they actually were just so open and okay with just meeting up with me, and they even showed me what they're working on. And just, I don't know, like things definitely turn out better than you kind of picture it in your mind, especially when you're filled with anxiety and fear. So things will definitely turn out better than you expect. You just have to go out and ask the person and take the leap of faith, and you'll be like, why did I even worry in the first place? Like, that was so silly of me to over worry. And I feel like after you just get more experiences like that as time goes on, you'll just be like, okay, I could just do this again the next time. So it's kind of like practicing, but also not, because earlier I said practice makes permanent, not perfect. But what I mean by this, I guess, is like you're just opening up yourself to familiarizing with these experiences and the feelings of it. Like you're practicing familiarizing yourself with these feelings so that you can be more courageous the next time that you have to go through this again.
yeah, definitely. I can totally relate to that. I think you were one of the first people that I met when I moved to LA. But yeah, just asking people, just the worst thing that happens is that they say no, pretty much. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, because like if they said yes to meet up, like it's only going to get better from that point on. Like, and normally the reasons why people say no have nothing to do with you. Like, if I said no to someone, it's actually just because I'm just so busy and overwhelmed, and I don't know if I could juggle having that right now. But it never has anything to do with like the person reaching out to me. It's always usually just based on schedules and timing. So that's something that people like, I feel like people should just learn to not take too personally, because even with jobs and acceptances, like a rejection never really means that you suck. It never means that you're bad at art. Sometimes it does mean that, but usually if you got to the point of graduating in art school and you did everything to complete that degree properly, then you should be fine. but most of the time people just don't accept people just due to timing and just seeing if you're a match or not. And it has nothing to do with your actual skill level.
Yeah, definitely. That's a really important thing to learn. Thank you so much for being on here. This was so much fun. Where can
Yeah.
people contact you or find your stuff?
So you can find me at New Tripled on Instagram or YouTube. I don't know why I still have that username. It's just my 11-year-old self that had a crazy obsession for Tokyo Mew Mew, and now I just have New Tripled as my name everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for having me here, Nicole.
Bye.